everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty, pretty, pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand, head to the floor, and we gon' dance. And when we get there, best believe we're gonna do a two-step. Ain't no drama in here, so don't stress. Step to the right, then time to the left. Yeah. I'm in love with the nightlife. When we're in the limelight, makes me feel like everything is gonna be alright. I'm in love with the nightlife. When we're in the limelight, makes me feel like everything is gonna be alright.
Good evening and welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better for you now. We're back with the latest in sports, movies, reviews, hot topics, indie music, the best indie music, and just doing what we do. Tonight we welcome a very talented artist. He's no stranger to this show. His name is Awesomeisjayell. He did a lot. He had a big year last year, and he's anticipating having an even bigger one this year. So we'll talk with him later on in the show. The hot topics, talking about everything from kind of Super Bowl recap, being here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got to see a lot of it. Then there was a lot of things that happened. 21 Savage, he was arrested by ICE. Chris Bow Wow and his ex-girlfriend, they were arrested for fighting each other. And then did you hear about the governor of Virginia who had the blackface pictures? First he apologized. He said that it was him. Now he doesn't know who it was. All that in Hot Topics, so tune in for all that. Now, I was asked to read about this event that they're having here in Atlanta on February 8th. It's about Black HIV awareness. So HIV, as you know, is a virus that weakens a person's immune system. The virus is contracted through unprotected sex, birthing process, breastfeeding, blood transfusion, and needle sharing. The HIV virus is found in blood, semen, vaginal secretion, and in breast milk. Any person that comes in contact with any of these affected fluids may be at risk. It's important to understand, like cancer, HIV does not discriminate based on race, sex, sexual orientation, or income. As part of the effort to reduce the risk of HIV/AIDS among African Americans, as well as the general population in Cobb County and Douglas counties, Department of Public Health, they have been charged with creating, implementing exciting and innovative outreach strategy. Now, on February 8th at 7 p.m., CDPH will be hosting a National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day event. This event will include a discussion panel and will be addressing the truth on HIV/AIDS in the Black community. Topics will include HIV/AIDS impact on life, current treatment, trends, stigma, prevention, control, and PrEP. Now, CDPH will also offer free rapid HIV testing with results being provided that same day. They're committed to providing the public with tools to improve their sexual health. Again, go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com, for more information on this very empowering and important event. Again, it's February 8th. Now, I want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. Now, I told you we're bringing back Artist Spotlight. Each week we select an artist to be featured there in this segment, and we feature their latest single or whatever music you provide. If you're interested in being considered, please email us at submissions@thestephenknightshow.com and attach your bio, promotional pictures, social media links, anything that helpful for us to explain who you are. Now, tonight in our Artist Spotlight, we have an artist out of Savannah, Georgia. His name is Young Damon, and this is his new single called No Feelings. Check it out when we come back. Hot Topics, right back after this.
John Dummy made the beat and I'm gon' keep it.
Yeah. I wrote this song for you, girl. What up, baby?
Yeah, she got good, no feelings. Good, with no feelings. Good, with no feelings. Good, with no feelings. I be thinking about the money when I'm dealing. Got me all in my feelings. Good, with no feelings. Let's shoot it, put your hands to the ceiling. she got me on stuff. Her attitude make a nigga want her. My niggas always asking where her homegirls. Got a nigga send a text like when you gon' cut. She gon' treat a nigga like a option. She don't give a about me poppin'. I'ma be the that we boxin'. She don't sell no like a auction. But she gon' still like you with a cash at. Her Instagram bio is a cash at. I think I really like her cause I heard fat. Got a like where you wearing that? She got good, no feelings. Good, with no feelings. Good, with no feelings. Good, with no feelings. I be thinking about the when I'm dealing. Got me all in my feelings. Good, with no feelings. Let's shoot it, put your hands to the ceiling. She done got her heart broke for the last time. She done get her broken her last dime. Now she drink, now she smoke just to pass time. She ain't looking for no nigga, it's a bad time. FaceTime a nigga when it's bad time. She got the iPhone and she got the trap line. She tellin' me no when I exit the cat mine. But I still kid her till it's flat line. Shorty fine as a but she heartless. She gon' talk to them niggas with the harshness. Bang it up like a truck, baby, park it. If the ain't good, then she garbage. She don't need a nigga for a damn thing. Pull a nigga quick like a hamstring. So good it make a man sing. Got me writing song, that's a damn shame. She got good, no feelings. Good, with no feelings. Good, with no feelings. Good, with no feelings. I be thinking about the when I'm dealing. Got me all in my feelings. Good, with no feelings. That shoot it, put your hands to the ceiling.
This song goes out to every girl in the world that got good with no feelings. Got me thinking about what I'm dealing. Somebody at the city girls and tell them I need them on a remix. Yeah.
Finally ready to start again and leave her heart open. Still I said I wait for her, because I thought our love was strong. I didn't mind just hanging on, but it's been a while and I'm feeling down. Our status has to change, girl. We can't stay the same, girl. Girl, just tired of being on hold. I am tired. Pick up and let me know. Let me know. If you want to move forward or to move on, let me know. Just let me know. Tired of being on hold. Girl, just let me know. Tired of being on hold. Girl, just let me know.
This is Chike Evans, and you're listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Parker, how's it going?
Hey, happy Monday, guys. How are you?
Doing well. How was your weekend? It was Super Bowl weekend here in Atlanta. Did you get into anything?
Well, I didn't participate in any of the NFL stuff just because I'm not really supporting the NFL. A friend of mine had an event he's a sport agent, so he had people in town. So he kind of had a kind of like a welcome thing that I went to for them.
Okay.
And then on yesterday, a friend of mine had a Super Bowl party, but believe it or not, when we got there, the TVs weren't working.
Oh, wow.
He had it up. He had it at his condo building in the clubhouse.
Uh-huh.
It's like on the 30th floor, and then they have a rooftop. So he knew that people were boycotting the Super Bowl party, which I thought was very thoughtful.
Right.
He had a separate thing on the top floor for people who didn't want to watch the game.
Nice.
Like he had music, a DJ up there. He had food up there. I thought it was very thoughtful.
That is very
He wanted
thoughtful.
to still include everyone.
Exactly.
But if you didn't want to watch the game, you didn't have to. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
So I did that, and then they finally got the TV working, so they were able to watch the game in the clubhouse.
Okay.
So I did that, and then I hung out for a little bit. I paid for it today for sure.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I didn't really get involved in all of the NFL experiences and the big parties. They had massive parties.
Yeah, they did.
By a lot of magazines. GQ, Maxim, all those people had really massive parties, big parties here, but I know I didn't do any of that. Did you?
Okay. Well, on Saturday, I went out. One of my friends hit me up, Dennis, hit me up to hang out with some of his other friends. And so we went down to Piedmont Park area, where a lot of people were out. They had stuff going on. We couldn't get into the park because they had the concert part because they had too many people. But that was the extent of it. I actually was going to watch the game last night. I was looking for a place to go watch it. But then I was on Instagram and I was seeing everybody talking about protesting it. And then what really got me, this girl posted a clip of Colin Kaepernick, I guess from within the last couple of years, talking about why he chose to protest. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm not going to watch the game. So I did watch the national anthem on YouTube. And I watched the halftime show because there's been so much discussion about, should people perform there, shouldn't they? And then I remember it was Meghan McCain on The View. She said that, she's going to wait to watch it first before she judges the artist because, she said that someone could come out in a Black Lives Matter shirt. You just don't know. But that was the extent of me watching it. And then afterwards, I was invited to this after party, but it was more like a get-together gathering. Okay. And I went to that. Okay. But and I wore my Colin Kaepernick. But the funny thing was this, my Colin Kaepernick hoodie. The funny thing is that I ordered some wings from this place around Italian around the street, around the corner. And, I had my full Colin Kaepernick. And they were all there watching the game. I went right up to the front, pick up for Steven. But then everyone was cool,
I forgot to wear my T-shirt yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, darn, I saw your picture.
Uh-huh.
What were you saying? That you went to an after party after the game?
Yeah, it was more like a get together. It wasn't even a lot of people. It was like maybe 6 people. But yeah, it was just,
so that's where I was going with my train of thought. I went online also after I saw The View and went online and saw Gladys Knight's performance.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that great, but, there's certain, with the national anthem, everybody kind of have their own
style.
So,
right,
yeah. I saw a clip of the girls. I forgot their name.
Oh, Chloe, yeah.
I didn't see Maroon 5. I didn't really care to see their performances. I heard it wasn't that great.
Right.
Not that I don't like Maroon 5, but I heard it wasn't that great. So.
It wasn't Super Bowl worthy to me, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Chike, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I didn't do anything Super Bowl. Not at all. Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
I did hear that Adam Levine had his nipples out, and there was a big controversy about him versus
He took his shirt off, yeah.
Janet Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, he took his shirt off, and they were kind of comparing that her nip slip to both his nipples out, being with no shirt. Miss Parker, did you think anything about that? Did you think that would have been a problem with him taking off his shirt?
Well, because I haven't seen the performance.
Uh-huh.
But what I was thinking about? I was like, it's always been a double standard, anyways. A woman can't walk around with her shirt off. So,
right.
I could see why there was some. It was not an uproar, but some people were disturbed about Janet Jackson. I think what people were more upset was about was that she had to take the fall by herself.
By herself, yeah.
Everyone involved had said, you know what, we all made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It was a group that we performed together. If Justin Timberlake had stood up for her, everybody else stood up for her, I think it would have went over easier with her fans.
Right.
I think what really upset people is that she took the fall by herself.
And was banned for CBS.
Intelligent enough to recognize that obviously a man taking the shirt off and a woman taking the shirt off, there are two different things.
Right.
Especially with our society lenses. But I think it was just how it was handled.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So our question of the day is, what's one household chore you hate the most? Ms. Parker, which one?
I don't like any of them, particularly. But, I think what it is, though, is more of a discipline thing, right? It's just like with me with working out. I know that I get up every day and I'm going to work out
exactly.
at some point that day.
Uh-huh.
My house has to be clean. I'm a very, how I am with my place.
Right.
I'm a clean person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I enjoy doing it, but I just know that it has to be done. So I just get it done.
Yeah.
I enjoy cooking, so that's one thing that I don't mind. I don't mind washing dishes while I'm cooking. I think maybe folding clothes would be up there.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe folding laundry or putting laundry up will be up there of all of the dislike. And I hate cleaning the bathroom.
That's my thing. I cannot stand the thing. You know me. I hate a dirty bathroom. When I check into a hotel, the first thing I do is go look at the bathroom and make sure the shower's clean and all that. But I hate, especially cleaning the tub in the shower. I hate that. But I can't stand a dirty bathroom, so it gets cleaned a couple times a week.
Right. Yeah. I do have someone come over like once every other month.
Oh yeah.
Deep cleaning for me, so that helps.
Yeah, that does.
I have to keep it up. Yeah.
That's true. What about you, Chike?
I've always disliked the chores outside the home, like outdoor work. I hate raking leaves. I hate cutting grass. I hate all that stuff. Anything landscaping, like I can't, because I have allergies too. So
yeah,
that never works for me. But anything indoors, I'm all for.
As a kid, I used to always have to cut the grass as I got old enough to do so. I have a whole concert the whole time, always screaming over the motor. But yeah. Well, tweet us at Steve.
Did you guys have to clean up on Saturday?
Yes. No, let me tell you. I told my parents that they didn't want kids, they want slaves. We had to clean up every day. Like, before we went to bed, we had to take out the trash, walk the dog, wash the dishes, clean the bathroom, make sure our rooms are straight, have, stuff ready for the next day. Oh, my God, every day. People are like, oh, you had to do it every day? Yes. So,
yeah. Same here. We had to do our chores before we went to school.
Oh.
Saturday was a deep cleaning day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, tweet us at Stephen I Show SHO. Let us know what chores that you hate the most. All right, hot topics. So, again, it was Super Bowl weekend here in Atlanta, and a lot of celebrities, of course, were in town. 21 Savage, who, he's repped ATL. He's done a lot for the youth here. He says he's from Atlanta. Well, he was arrested by ICE on Sunday morning. What happened was ICE had been investigating someone that was part of his crew. They weren't really investigating him; they were investigating someone else. And what happens when they pulled the guy over? Whatever he did, it made them want to investigate him. And so he was arrested. He's currently being detained. He's from the UK. His attorney released a statement saying, "We're working diligently to get his last name is Abraham Joseph, Mr. Abraham Joseph out of detention while we work with authorities to clear up any misunderstanding. Mr. Abraham Joseph is a role model to young people in the country, especially in Atlanta, Georgia, and is actively working in the community leading programs to help underprivileged youth in financial literacy." Now, a lot of people find it interesting because he was arrested back in 2014. Why it didn't show up then that he, why ICE, that didn't trigger ICE then, because apparently if you get a felony, a lot of times you are sent back to your own, to where you're originally from. And then people said that they point out that he was just rapping on Jimmy Fallon when he was performing a song called "A Lot," and he was talking about ICE then. And so they kind of wonder, the conspiracy theorists wondering, what are your thoughts?
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Because let's say I read somewhere that he was here since 2005.
Yeah, it was 13. Yep. He was 13. He was 13 when he got here. What happened was his paperwork was supposed to be updated. He came here legally, but his didn't update his paperwork. I think like 2000. I forgot what year, but he didn't update the paperwork. That's why he's illegal.
Yeah, so he came in as a child, and
right.
his memory as a person is here. So if he's saying I'm from Atlanta, I don't think he meant any harm by that. I think sometimes having to explain and go through your whole childhood experiences is too much. You just like, okay, well, this is what it is, right?
Right.
So I kind of feel bad for him, the jokes and everything. At first I was like, what? And it was funny a little bit. I was like, but that's really not funny. It's somebody's life. And you can't hold him responsible, when he came here as a child, not having the right paperwork. And then I don't know. I just think it's complicated.
Yeah.
But I think also him knowing that he didn't have the right paperwork, he should have been a little bit more mindful about talking about ICE.
Yeah. That's the last thing we'll discuss.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just hope he gets it straightened out, and if he's doing good for the community. Like, I don't know much about him, but I do know that he has done a lot for, Southwest and Southeast Atlanta. And he's doing good. According to Trump and his folks, they want to deport people who are murderers and stuff.
Right, rapists and murderers. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So if he's doing good for the community, I think there should be a way that he should stay.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Chica?
I would want to say that all of this probably came about because of money. And being as though he was here so young and he was legal when he came, as he matured and he became famous and he started making more money, with his legalities not being the same, that means his paperwork wasn't correct, and him earning wages wasn't reported properly because his paperwork wasn't right. So they probably came onto him or hot on him because of that. And that's probably the only reason that they're on him, is because they want their money. The government wants their cut. They always want their cut. And they will do whatever they have to do to get their cut. He's a millionaire now. So they definitely want a piece of that.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Well, Demi Lovato, like Ms. Parker said, there are a lot of memes and jokes going around after he got caught because everyone was shocked he was from the UK. And so Demi Lovato tweeted, so far 21 Savage memes have been my favorite part of the Super Bowl. Well, that, of course, pissed off Black Twitter. Wale comment, he said, why is someone's freedom funny? I don't get the joke. He said a lot of people were sending you love and light and prayers, etc. when you're making jokes about when people were making jokes about you during your rough time. A lot of people were just looking out for you. Bless up. And other people came to his defense. They didn't like when it moved out, and so she said that's why I never tweet again and all this stuff. Yeah, I think celebrities need to really be more mindful of what they're putting out there. You know what I mean? Because you have so many people following you, and people online especially love to break you down. The minute you slip.
That's true.
Yeah.
But my thing is, he is right though.
Right.
When she was going through her stuff, I thought that was a positive
Yep. Get better.
Most of the negative things didn't come from our community. People were just like, they want to be better and they hope she got it together.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe she was drunk tweeting.
Hopefully not. All right, well, Liam Neeson, he's actor. We all know him. Anyway, so he's on a press tour, promoting his upcoming film, Cold Pursuit. And one thing about a lot of his characters is all about someone getting revenge, doing a deed right that was done wrong. So he was asked about that, and he said there's something primal, God forgive you ever have a family member who's hurt under criminal conditions. So pretty much someone in his family was raped, and so he had asked her, well, who did it? And she didn't know who it was. Was the person black, white, what? And he was a black man. And so he said for about a week, he would roam the streets at night with a crowbar, roam the streets looking for a black man that would try to attack him so he could kill him. And he said that, he feels horrible about it now, but that was just his reaction to hearing a loved one being raped by a black man. He referred to, when he was saying he would roam the streets, he did quotes, black bastard, that he could kill pretty much. And they asked him, do you think his movies and his characters, do they promote violence or cause people to want to be violent? He says no, he sees it more as when you're watching a story or reading a book, you feel for the character, so that kind of gives you a little release, although you wouldn't go do it yourself. What are your thoughts about his comments?
You know what? It broke my heart because Liam Neeson is one of my favorite actors.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking forward to going to see his new movie. I pretty much love Taken.
Yeah.
Taken 1.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
I just always thought, from what I've read about him and the interviews he's done before, and his wife dying in that ski accident, I've had a soft, a soft spot in my heart for him because of that.
Right.
This morning, I read 3 times. I was like, I could not believe he said that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think I read somewhere where someone was saying that's what white privilege does. It doesn't give you an insight to know that that's inappropriate.
Yeah. That's
not okay to say. That's not okay for him to be going to say that he went around looking for any black person.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it was disturbing on a lot of levels. I'm still trying to process it. I don't know why he decided to share that. It baffles me. I don't know how to go. I don't know how to move forward from that.
Yeah.
Was it from a point of view where he's grown from that? Was that supposed to be the purpose of it?
That's what he said. He said he know that was wrong.
Right. Yeah. But I'm with Miss Parker on why would you even tell that story? Even if that did happen, you know what I mean? Obviously, that's not something how you feel today, but why would you go tell that story? I don't know what he was trying to get from it. The only thing I can think of is that he was trying to fit into the narrative of today some type of way, trying to be current.
He said that he knew that was disturbing to say.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this out loud to a reporter.
Yeah. He did say that.
He is promoting a movie.
Yeah, but I would think that would turn some people away. I guess not.
Would it though? Look at the president. Really? Would it?
Yeah, that's true. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more hot topics right back after this.
Moving, girl, I wanna talk to you. You drive me crazy. Just let me know what else I can do to comfort you. What you drinking? Patron shots all around. What I'm thinking now, what I'm thinking, damn sinking. One shot ain't gon' hurt you, so I told her wait, I'll bring more rounds. Patron, girl, I heard you. Keep taking shots till we fall out. They don't deserve you. Keep your flight, we can ball out. I'll be the first to show you what good vibes is all. I can't she can sit with the stars. They know what we sip when we get to the bar. She wanna dirty wine like she won't live tomorrow. Girl, when I'm with you, we living life with no care now. Girl, it won't hurt you. Hop in the ride, let your head down. You got some nerve to be looking so good, girl, you stand out. I see the thirst too, but those other guys can't compare. I can't wait to get you home. Keep on pouring shots of Patron, Patron, whatever. Bartender, bring me more Patron, whatever. We'll pass out on the floor. Patron, whatever. Patron, whatever. You can take a trip to the big homie yard. They know what we sip when we get to the bar. You could take a trip, you could take a trip, you could take a trip to the big homie yard. They know what we sip, they know what we sip, they know what we sip when we get to the bar. You can't take me, yeah. They know what we, yeah. You could take a trip, you could take a trip to the big homie yard. They know what we sip, they know what we sip, they know what we sip when we get to the bar. Patron, whatever. Bartender, bring me more.
All night long, she, all night long, she, all night long, she, all night long, she, all night long, she all on me. Tell her, come get this, she follow me. Tell me what you came for. Did you come to play with it? Did you come to be my bad girl? Hey, damn it, be ashamed, gripping on your waist. Go on ahead now. We grinding, we wildin', cause we don't care. We wildin', we rubbing like no one's there. If I push up on it, will you go there? Trust me, you'll go there. All night long, she all on me. Tell her, come get this, she follow me. All night long, she all on me. When she want that, she call on me. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. 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 Back up one time, touch it back on it. Back up one time, touch it back on it. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that. Tell me, can you handle it? Tell me right now before we walk out this club, girl. Hey, baby, where your hands? Thought you had a man, no damn, baby. We grinding, we wildin', cause we don't care. Hey. We wildin', we rubbing like no one's here. Wait, if I push up on it, will you go there? Hey, baby, trust me, you'll go there. All night long, she all on me. Tell her, come get this, she follow me. All night long, she all on me. When she want that, she call on me. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that. Back up one time, touch it back on it. Back up one time, touch it back on it. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. All night long, she all on me. Tell her, come get this, she follow me. All night long, she all on me. When she want that, she call on me. All night long, she, 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 all night long. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that. Back up one time, touch it back on it. Back up one time, touch it back on it. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl. I'ma get that girl, let's get that girl.
Hey, how's it going? This is Awesomeisjayell, and y'all can check out my latest debut album, Awesomeisjayell, on all streaming platforms, and you're now listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the show. I want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com, where it recently got a facelift. We have more content up there. We have previous shows, more information about us as the co-host, and just keep up what we have going on. All right, well, Jussie Smollett, we all know last week he was attacked in Chicago. Reportedly, he had gone to Subway at 2 a.m. because he was hungry, and two masked men started screaming racial slurs and homophobic slurs towards him, and they attacked him. A lot of what was reported happened to him that night, because what they did was apparently they beat him up. They poured bleach on him and they put a noose around his neck. And so there was a lot of, of course, false information out there. And a lot of people were starting to question, did this really even happen? Because although we saw his face, people thought the storyline, that his recount of what happened didn't add up. Although the news did release a blurry images of two men that were walking the street around the time he was that night. So he made his first public appearance in West Hollywood on Saturday, and he, pretty much told his story. He said he knows his attorney's not going to like that, but he said that they did not break his ribs. They said they did bruise him. They said that he did, because there was reports that he went home with the noose around his neck. When the police got there, the noose was on his neck. It wasn't. He took the noose off, but he had it with him to show the police, and Frank Gadsden took him to the hospital, where he didn't spend the night there, but he went there to get checked out. But he said, the most beautiful thing I can say is keep it simple and say thank you, and I'm okay. I'm not fully healed yet, but I'm going to stand strong with you. I had to be here tonight. I can't let those MFers win. He also said, he said that he did fight back. He did fight back when they were attacking him. He said referred himself as the gay Tupac. One more thing he said, okay, so I will always stand for love. I will never stand for anything other than that, regardless of what anyone else says. I will only stand for love and hope that you will stand with me. What were your thoughts?
I don't know if the whole story is being told, but I think what should matter is that he's okay.
Yeah.
And then we should just let it work itself out, because a lot of those details are none of our business.
Mm-hmm.
If the police find that he's somehow committed a criminal act by lying, that's something he's going to have to deal with.
Right.
But I think if he is telling the truth, and a lot of it is the truth, it's hurtful for you to say, I've been victimized and no one believes you.
Exactly.
That's hurtful. That's like
agree.
saying I've been raped, no one believes them.
Yep.
So yeah, do I eye some of the details? Yeah, but it's really none of my business.
Right.
That's between the police and him and his camp, and they'll figure it out. So in the meantime, I'm just going to hold my peace and allow them to do their job, because no matter what happened, he was a victim of some crime, right?
Yeah.
He didn't harm himself. So I think victim shaming, the same thing with the girls that with R. Kelly. I just think we need to stop doing that and just allow people to just say, this happened to me, here is my story. And then, if it turns out to be different from what it is, we'll figure that out too. But at first, people need to be believed when they're victimized. And he was a victim of some crime.
Yeah, I agree. Chica?
I wholeheartedly agree with what Ms. Parker said, but I'm going to add this. I hope and pray that this will be an isolated situation, because I've noticed in our society now, things tend to trend. And I'm hoping that this is isolated and this is the last of that. This doesn't continue on to another person and then another person and another person, because that's been the trend in the past 4 years. This is what's been going on.
What do you mean?
So I'm meaning
Copycats.
that these type of hate crimes don't start happening, more frequently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One thing I was happy about when this first came out, the story came out, that how much support he got from just people all over, different walks of life, politicians, celebrities, everyday people just sending love his way. But I don't like Ms. Parker said, that we are so quick to think someone's lying. Because a lot of times when we get the story, a lot of it's wrong. So like he was saying, a lot of it was wrong. Like I remember one of my friends was saying, well, why would he? My brother even called me up. Why would he have a noose on? Keep the noose around his neck? You know, which he did. You know what I mean? But those are the stories that people came up with, and that was being reported. All these different accounts. So I'm glad he's able to tell his story, and again, let the legal system work itself out. And again, you know, love and light his way. All right, so over the weekend again, you know, here in Atlanta, Super Bowl, Bow Wow and his ex-girlfriend, Kayomi, her real name is Leslie Holden. They were both arrested. You know, they got in a fight and they were arrested at 4 a.m. One morning. And so the mugshots, of course, hit the net and everyone had a field day because they were saying how badly Bow Wow's face looked compared to hers. Well, his attorney released a statement pretty much saying that he was wrongfully arrested and that Kamoni was highly intoxicated, that she hit him with a lamp, bit him on his side, and spit on him while he was continually making efforts to avoid her. And the police, he suffered multiple injuries, and while the police got there, you know, there were two people that could attest to what was said, but they both were arrested. And he said you could look at her mugshot and see that he never hit her because that's what she's claiming that he hit her. Did you see the mugshots? What do you think? Do you think he did it? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know if they hit each other or not, or what the situation was, but I'm not for physical abuse going either way.
Right.
You know, if she was the aggressor, then she needs to be held accountable just as if he would have been if he was the aggressor.
Mm-hmm.
I think women need to be mindful of that whole thing that they can hit a man because they're women.
Right.
No one deserves to be physically abused.
Nope.
I don't find it funny. I think it's toxic. I think obviously this is another case of a toxic relationship that needs to end. But I'm not entertained by it. No, I think it's wrong either way. So I'm hoping that they can see that this is not a relationship that's healthy and that they need to go their separate ways.
I agree. Chike?
Yeah, I saw the mug shots, and like the meme said, Bow Wow looked like he got attacked by Wolverine. He was bad.
Yeah. One said he went to jail for getting beat up by a girl.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, it's not funny, but yeah. And I think the narrative needs to change because, you know, when you're raised and
I agree.
Grandma and mom always say, don't put your hands on a girl. Don't hit a woman. Never put your hands on a woman. How about no one hits no one? No one puts their hands on anyone.
Yeah.
Just stop hitting.
I agree, yeah. The pictures, we're kind of telling, but again, we don't know the story, but I hope that if he didn't hit her, then that is put out there because if you're considered a woman abuser, that obviously is a negative, negative representation of you. So I hope the truth comes out. But apparently they had just gone to counseling a few weeks ago, couples counseling. So yeah.
Well, at this point, it should be over. You going to counseling? It didn't take. It's over.
Yeah, it's true. All right, well, our last story, I'm kind of embarrassed by this because it's from my home state of Virginia. Democratic Governor Ralph Northam. So apparently a picture came out from his yearbook. It was his page, and they said that the students submitted what pictures they wanted on their page. It was submitted, CNN contacted this was when he was 25 years old, graduating from medical school, so it was that yearbook. And the students submitted their pictures. The pictures were held secretly until it was posted. So there's a picture on his page of him. Well, there's a picture of two guys. One's dressed in a Ku Klux Klan outfit. The other one is wearing blackface. When the pictures first came out, he apologized for his past, and he said he's going to do his best to gain the trust of the people again. This is Friday. Gain the trust of people again. This is not who he is. And, you know, he apologized for the foolish things he did when he was young, but his career has shown that he has done a lot of things for low-income, minority environments. Virginia had a very racial police judicial system, and he allowed them to, if you get a felony, you can't vote. But he overturned that in the state of Virginia so that people who were falsely arrested, could have that right back. So he was showing that his track record doesn't show that he's racist. Well, Saturday comes out. After he released a statement, he put out a video on Twitter apologizing once again for the blackface and whatever. So Saturday comes out, he holds a press conference. And in the press conference, he said he wasn't in the picture. And he said that he did wear blackface one time that year, but he was dressed up as Michael Jackson for a dance contest, and because he had learned how to moonwalk, and he put just a little bit of shoe polish on his cheeks. He said the reason why he didn't put it on his whole face, because if you've ever done that, you know how hard it is to get shoe polish off your face. So that means to say that you obviously do this. You've done this more than once. And so they asked him, he said that the reason why he was in the dance contest because he had learned how to moonwalk really well. The reporter asked him, do you still know how to moonwalk? This fool starts looking around for a space to do it. And his wife tells him that's inappropriate. And he said, I can't do it. My wife said I can't do it. So people are asking him to step down. President Barack Obama, Cory Booker, a lot of people in his home state, they're asking him to step down. He doesn't want to step down because he says it'll go down in history that he stepped down because he was a racist, and he doesn't want that on his name. What are your thoughts?
I'm so confused by the story. So why did he say it was him the first time?
Exactly. He said it was him the first. He said he apologized twice for it. One through a statement, one on a video, and then the next day he had a press conference saying he wasn't either one of them.
So, did anyone ask him to explain that?
That's what he was trying to do. But no, his story doesn't add up. And so they want him to step down.
It doesn't make sense. I think it would have been better off if he said, hey, here's my track record of what I've done. First, apologize.
Exactly.
When I was young, I made some decisions based on my race environment or culturally insensitive environment, whatever word he wanted to use.
Right.
Apologize and acknowledge it first. Secondly, lay out how you have changed.
Mm-hmm.
And why you deserve to stay in office. And then let it go.
Exactly.
But you're doing too much. So, at this
too many
point,
missteps.
Beyond repair.
Yeah.
He needs to step down because I think he could have gotten out of it, and even me as a reasonable person say, okay, well, he admitted his fault and he cleared it up. But no, this story is going back and forth, and it's too confusing and nothing makes sense. So something's going on.
Right. Chica?
Yeah, he needs to go bye-bye.
Yeah. I agree. He could have saved it by just his first day apologizing. He apologized via statement. Then he made a video where he looked at the people and, apologized once again. And he understands the history of blackface and racism in this country. And, his track record showing who he is today. I think he would have been fine.
And his nickname was Mr. Coon Man.
Yeah. Yep. He doesn't know how that he got that nickname though, he says. But
okay.
Yeah.
So
Mr. what?
Coon Man.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Well, he needs to step down. Virginia, you gotta do better. Ms. Parker, Chike, thank you so much for Hot Topics.
Oh, wait a minute! Before we leave, can I just say my condolences to the
yes.
John family.
Yes.
Cyber buddy of mine, a well-known actor from Young and the Restless, Christophe St. John, passed away at the age of 52.
Yes.
He was very inspirational. The brother used to tweet me and give me advice, and we were working on actually last year trying to get him on the show, but scheduling didn't work out. Rest in peace. God bless.
Rest in peace. Yeah, apparently his son had schizophrenia and committed suicide years back, and they said he never really recovered from that. But that is horribly sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Rest in peace and condolences to his family.
Most definitely. All right. Well, thank us again. Ms. Parker, have a great week.
All right. right, you guys have a great week.
Okay. Right back after this.
Excuse me, bartender. My next set starts in about 5 minutes, so can I get a Hennessy and Coke? Right. And flash a little grenadine on that.
On a Saturday night, just kicking it. Out just minding my ladies, honey. At the end of the bar is where I'm sitting in the good Henny and Coke is what I'm sipping on. While I'm checking my watch for the time, I'm looking over from my shoulder, call my island. I'm like, goddamn, the man is looking so fine, making me shake my check. It's been a while since I practiced my game. I had to check my own reflection, making sure shit is tamed. I had my good shoes on and my hair weave tight. Should I approach this young man here? Skipping the beep to the brother I see walking past the flash to ask to check if he noticed me. Then back it up, rewind again. Then I sit down and grab his hand so I can lay down my plan to this young man. I said, what up, shorty, let me ask you. Sister, get a moment of your time. What up, shorty, let me ask you. It seems like you know just what I like. Oh, shorty, let me ask you. You look like the type to be my kind. Come on, shorty, let me ask you. I really wanna make you mine, if that's alright. If that's alright.
Excuse me. Is anybody sitting over here?
Pardon me, 'cause I can hardly speak, but do you mind the conversation, honey?
What's your drink?
You got a name I can use so I can introduce me.
But if you like, just take a minute just to be more smooth.
I hope I'm not spitting this from here to place, but I can help it. I just got you written all on my face. Look at fine from your head straight down to your features. Picture me over you and you all over me, Shawnee. But if you gotta let it tell it straight, 'cause I just ain't the type of chick to eat a leftover plate. But if not, everything is everything and you'll see. And don't you worry about the figure, the trick is on me. So what up? Come on, Shawnee, let me holler at you. Now tell me, can it be if you with me? Oh, Shorty, let me holler at you. That's the way I'm trying to make it be. When I'm Shorty, let me holler at you. Now really, ain't got that much time now. Oh, Shorty, let me holler at you. I really wanna make you mine. If that's alright, yeah. If that's alright now, hey, if that's alright, baby, Shorty, can we kick it some time, yeah? Hey, Shorty, come on, Shorty, Shorty, oh, come Come on. Come on. I said, come on.
Baby, if you only knew things that I wanted to do to you when we first met. Thinking like the boys do, then you got me with my nose wide open. Tables turned, now I'm the one who's overprotected. I see them looking when they pass. What I'm gonna do with all that ass? Your beauty is unmatched. I can't help it, I got it bad. I am just human, and I'm possessive, a bit jealous. So you better tell them that you are taken. There is no mistaking. Don't you know that you're mine? Let them know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. Don't you know that you're mine? Let them know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine. down. Think this couple wanna go. Take us to the hotel and finish. Feeling on your body, grinding on me slowly. But if we take it there, just know you're mine and I belong to you. No matter what we do, don't ever get confused. Whoa, I'll lose my mind if we take it too far. And I know you're just a flirt. I don't wanna make things too hard. Don't you know that you're mine? Let 'em know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. Don't you know that you're mine? Let 'em know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. If they try and holler, let them know that I'm the truth. You got something special you can't find in any other dude. Don't you know that you're mine? Let 'em know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. Don't you know that you're mine? Nobody else is. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. You're only mine. Don't you know that you're mine? Let 'em know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our guest tonight is no stranger to the show. Last year, he was a very, very busy man with a very busy year, including the release of his debut self-titled album. Please help me welcome back the very talented Awesomeisjayell. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, bro.
I appreciate it. I mean, listen, before we get into the wild year you had last year, for those who don't know much about you, I don't know where they've been. Tell us about your background and kind of how you got to where you are today.
All right. Well, for all of those that don't know, I'm Awesomeisjayell. I am a music artist, and I create music.
Exactly.
So pretty much just to give everybody a background on what's going on with me is pretty much like coming up, I was aspiring to be an artist.
Right.
I was inspired from like a fellow classmate that was like very much into hip hop culture. So from there, I kind of drew an interest. Once I drew that interest, like the rest was history. So it went from there to me actually going outside of just us being at school, freestyling and stuff like that, to me actually, after I graduated from high school, I actually went into actually wanting to pursue an actual career.
Right.
So from there, I ended up joining a couple of rap groups. So I joined those rap groups and kind of went here and there with those guys. It was a couple of rap groups I was in, but I ended up reaching like a peak in my career with one particular rap group. And we ended up getting a deal And the deal ended up going sour, but I'm very appreciative of the experience and everything that happened.
Exactly.
So from there, that's how I became Awesomeisjayell. I became Awesomeisjayell pretty much from like assessing my past situation with all the groups, and I just said, oh, well, I'm going to take my whole career in my own hands.
Yeah,
So,
you've definitely done that. You've definitely done that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Much of it really came from me being in a group, dealing with groups for so long that I pretty much came to the conclusion, like, okay, so I got to do all this myself.
Right.
So I'm like, well, that means I got to learn how to make the beats. I got to learn how to make the cover art. Well, I got to learn how to do the videos. I got to learn everything. So that's pretty much what inspired me to create all these different avenues to display my craft. Or
Most definitely.
Display my art.
Most definitely. And once you became a solo artist, your own entity, what was the difference as opposed to relying on group members and other people to do it? What was the big difference and maybe even the biggest challenge doing it all on your own?
Well, the biggest difference is you have to lead. Like, okay, so like as far as being in a group, it's always this kind of thing going on. It's kind of based on your chemistry with each other.
Right.
So it could be interchangeable roles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say you're in a group, one person can be the leader one day, and then the next person can be the leader the next day. Well, when you don't have a group, then you have to lead 24/7.
Exactly.
At all times.
Yep.
365 out the year, you got to make every decision clear cut and be as decisive as possible. So, and that to me is all pro.
No, it is.
It's all pro.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you become, like you said, you're solo artist, some people get burnt out, they get lazy. What is it that motivates you? Because I'm going to run down everything, a lot of what you did last year. But what motivates you to keep it going, to keep grinding, to keep pushing it out?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say I give all glory to God.
Yeah.
I'm a very spiritual person. And I feel that it's my responsibility to lead not only the youth, but older people, the wise and the older as well,
mm-hmm.
Through being an example through Christ.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest keys to me pushing forward and persevering in my career. And it's just to be an inspiration. Like,
right.
Believe it or not, it's really that simple. For me growing up, the one person that did that for me, besides my parents, because my parents and my grandparents were very instrumental.
Yes.
And very key in establishing that foundation for me to be inspired, first and foremost. But also, as far as artists, Jay-Z was one of the first people that did that for me.
Most definitely.
So he inspired me as an artist and kind of gave me that spark to want to be an artist. And, like, going forward, everything just kind of locked into place, and then it's like I just seen a vision and got tunnel vision, and I've been going ever since.
I hear that. I definitely hear that.
It's a couple keys. It's definitely a couple keys, but just to bring it back, my parents were a solid foundation for that. And like I said, God first, keeping God first, and making sure I'm doing this for the right reason, doing this with a purpose to inspire other people.
Most definitely.
Move forward and persevere through
Most
life.
definitely. Most definitely. So let's talk about some of the things that you accomplished last year. You released 17 songs with no features. Mm-hmm. You launched a Yell Air Sound record label and production company. Yeah. You dropped 6 music videos and visuals, performed at the Culture Fest in Augusta, Georgia, and then you have Yell Air Shop. You not tired?
I know, right?
And you released your album, your debut album, Awesomeisjayell, which is named after you. I mean, Tell us about that year. Tell us about all those accomplishments and getting all that out, getting it all out there.
Oh man, like last year was definitely it was like a blur. It's like,
did you know the year was gonna start? Did you when you in January of 2018 was all this already like this is what I'm doing, or did it kind of just come as it came?
It kind of came as it came.
Okay.
It was so weird. So I'm gonna make this very relatable. So it's like, you know how everybody is in New Year's. Like,
right.
Oh, I got these New
Year's resolutions. Exactly.
Yeah, I want to stick to this, and I kind of want to go to the gym and stuff like that. So this New Year's for me was way different.
Okay.
It was like, yeah, we went out and celebrated, but that day after, like, I woke up with like this crazy spirit like none other. Like, so like I woke up and I was like, man, something's different. Like, something's different. Like, I could feel that this year is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it started from there, and the inspiration, like, just snowballed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It went from, okay, I'm celebrating New Year's, to the next day. I think like a month later, I actually went on vacation. So I went on vacation to Destin. I think it was Destin, Florida. So I went on vacation to Destin, Florida, and it started there. Like, I got inspired by the beach and everything. And that's when I shot my first video not my first video. It's actually my third video.
Okay.
But I ended up shooting the first video of that year when I went to the beach, and I was inspired just by everything. And I was just like, man, I'm going to shoot this video.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my camera. It happened so I brought my camera, and I set up my tripod, and I started recording a video.
Wow.
And everybody was just looking like, what is he doing? And I'm like, I'm recording a video. Like,
right.
So it was just, I don't know. It's just, like I said, the only thing I can say is God. Like,
right.
That's the only thing. I give God the glory. So that's pretty much like how it happened. Like, I can't explain any further than that. It's just like I got this wind of inspiration to just do, and get it done.
And did you feel like as you accomplished one thing, you got more motivated to accomplish something else?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. It was a snowball. Like,
snowball effect. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It goes from, oh, I'm gonna shoot this video, and then when you shoot the video, oh, I'm gonna edit the video.
Uh-huh.
Then when it's, oh, I'm done editing the video, I put it out. Oh, people love it. Oh man, well, I'm doing this next song. And
right.
I go to the next song, and then when I do song, people hear the song, they contact me. Oh, I would like to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then that motivates me to shoot the video for the next song, and so forth and so on. Like, it's just like mind blowing. That's how it is.
Did you feel like that you were prepared for that for last year because you had already learned how to make your own beats, you had already learned how to do your visuals, you had already learned, the skills you needed to make it happen, and then last year was your year to like, okay, this is what I do. Is that how you felt?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a build up to last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and God said, oh, well, this is what you've been working for the whole time. Are you ready? Because here it goes.
All right.
This is what's about to happen. Are you ready? So
are you ready?
That's exactly what. So all the way up till 2018, it was all about prep.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Preparation.
That's a good lesson to people listening tonight, because you may not get right there what you're working towards, but once you're ready, once the time is right, there it goes. And that's a good example of the year you had last year. Now, in the summer last year, you released your debut album, Awesomeisjayell. How was it like getting that out, and what was the response? Tell us about that.
It was great. It felt great to get it out.
Yeah.
Mainly because I really pride myself on being an album artist.
Mm-hmm.
Being that artist, and I feel like it's becoming a lost art in a sense.
Right. Yeah. It's a bunch of singles. Yeah.
Exactly, a bunch of singles. So I really pride myself in doing that. So, like, with that being said, it really took me. I pretty much felt like I've been working my whole life towards making that album.
Exactly.
Awesomeisjayell was like, it was pretty much like, oh, here I am. I'm out in the world as an artist. Like, here I go. So, yeah, that album definitely meant a lot to me, and the response was amazing. It was tremendous.
That's dope. Yeah.
People loved it. People were inspired. All kinds of people reached out to me, and you know, that's all you could possibly want.
That's what you want. Yeah, exactly. Once you put it out there, that's the reception of it all. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So I got everything I wanted and more from that album. So
that's
I'm definitely proud of the body of work I created with that project, and I definitely urge people to go check that out. Awesomeisjayell is now available everywhere.
Everywhere. Yes. So then in the fall, you decided, because you weren't tired yet, you decided to come out with... You weren't tired yet. You decided to come out with Awesome Friday. Tell us about Awesome Friday.
Okay, so Awesome Friday was pretty much conceived with me just really thinking about it the other way around. So like I said, I pride myself in being an album artist, right?
Right.
So I said, okay, well, let's do it the other way. Let's reverse everything. Okay, since I pride myself on being an album artist, now I want to put out singles because I know that that's something I pride myself on, making albums. I started to feel like, well, you know, it's kind of selfish for me as an artist to really worry about and focus on what I like.
Right, yeah.
About my creativity. So I said, okay, well, the statistics and analytics say people love when I release music. So I was like, well, let me release music more often. And that's when I came up with Awesome Friday. So with that, the response has been tremendous as well. I would say even better than the debut album, because the analytics were trending and letting me know that people were looking forward to
waiting for that music
every Friday.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then creating an album, it takes a lot longer than doing singles. So essentially what you did was each Friday you released a brand new single each Friday for your fans to listen to. I think that was a dope concept. Most definitely. Yep. So creating so much music, what is your creative process? I know a lot of artists have different things they do. What is it that you do that helps you create the sound that you're looking for?
That's a great question. That's definitely a great question. I've always been the type of guy that kind of, honestly, like I would create my production. I would create my production first because I'm a producer. So I would create the production first and then kind of fill it out, and I would produce it to the point to where I actually feel something.
Okay.
That's definitely a key in my process. I would produce until I felt something, as far as like I will feel inspired or propelled to say something, something significant, with significance of impact. You know what I mean? So I would do that, produce the beat to that point, and then I would stop, and then I would press record and step to the mic and say whatever I felt propelled to say. And that's honestly and truly my message.
So pretty much when you're creating the track, you already having your idea kind of, okay, this is what I want to do with this song. This is how I want to take it.
Not necessarily. Honestly,
Okay.
It really depends, but I'm always going off of the beat, because the reason why I can do that and make such an impact with my music is because I put my heart and soul into that beat that I make.
Yeah.
So that really dictates. It really dictates how I'm feeling when I step to the mic and say something. So it's levels. Like it's in depth, very in depth when I step up to the mic and say what I feel. Because I definitely want to make sure I'm saying it clear, because I feel like what's misconstrued is these days artists do that.
Right.
But process is that I actually produce the whole beat.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I can extract a lot more soul out of my music than the average rapper does, or I'll just say the average rapper does when he steps to the booth.
When they get a track, and as opposed to creating it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Yell Air sound record label and production company. What's next for your label?
What's next for my label? What's next is Awesome Fridays. So
Awesome Fridays. You keeping it going? Good.
Yep. We gonna keep that going. We're definitely gonna keep that going. I got an insane number in my head that I want to be on by the end of the year. Like, people are gonna be like, "What is he still going?" So so that's definitely big for me. Also, we are gearing up for World Tour. We don't have any dates.
Awesome.
We don't have any dates yet, but that's what we're working towards.
Okay.
World Tour, Awesome Friday. You can definitely expect more videos from Yell Air Sound. More videos. Yep, that's about it.
More
work.
Well, I know if 2019 is anything like 2018, you'll be on tour before we know it.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I wanted to also say merchandise.
Merchandise, yes.
And I actually just recently released the championship hoodies, championship merch. It's actually all inspired by the song Championship, which we're going to get on over to you guys, so y'all can... Yeah,
championship and something. Most definitely, yeah.
Yep. So, merchandise, definitely. And new music tomorrow, or new music Friday.
Is that Ethernet, the song coming out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ethernet.
Tell us about that.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Ethernet is not the song coming out tomorrow. But
Okay.
Ethernet is out, so people can go ahead and check that out.
Okay.
But Ethernet is a great song to talk about because so pretty much how I came up with the concept for Ethernet is pretty much the same process. So like the same process I told you about how I record my music.
Exactly.
The process was still the same, but this was just a different topic. So when I made the production, I stepped to the microphone and I said what I said, and afterward I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." So Ethernet is pretty much like a song dedicated to the youth of now. Like as far as you have a lot of kids like trolling, like doing a lot of trolling,
very much so,
trolling to get on to get into the rap game and to get signed and all this other stuff going on. And pretty much Ethernet is about what happens as a result, the result of doing all of this trolling and memeing and all of these negative behaviors to get to where you're going and what happens as a result, as opposed to my path and what I'm doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Definitely have a lot going on, which is great. That's always a great thing. Tell everyone the best way to keep up with all that you have going on, Awesome Fridays, the tour, new music. Where can we keep up with everything?
All right. You guys could definitely check me out on yellair.com. Yellair.com will have everything you need there. But as far as social media, all my social media handles are at Awesomeisjayell. So that's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything is at Awesomeisjayell.
Well, man, listen, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show tonight and bless us with your inspiring words. I think anyone, whether you're an artist or not, can be inspired by your story. Again, the album Awesomeisjayell is available everywhere where music is sold. Continued success to you, and thank you for everything.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. I definitely appreciate it. And I definitely want to give a big shout out to the Stephen Knight Show because you guys are the first radio station to give me airplay.
Oh, wow.
So, definitely appreciative of that. So thanks for having me.
Just don't forget us when you in the big leagues.
I can't forget about y'all.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And again, for more information, you can go to our website, thestevenknightshow.com. We'll be right back after this.
Ever since I seen Michael Jordan win his first ring, I said to myself, I gotta get me one. Tried 10 summers, why I wonder. Going to the top and then they ask when you wanna go to the top, and when you go, you a goner. You ain't coming back, you can ask my mama. I ain't coming back, you can ask the summer. Matter of fact, you can ask the spring or winter too. I've been working too damn long, how about you? I put in too many hours, man, it's overdue, true. Think I need a ring now. I think that's the thing now. Think I need a championship. Think I need a championship. Think I need a ring now. Got me feeling like a king now. Think I need a championship. Think I need a championship. Going hard every day, it ain't average. I think I need a ring. I think I need the carrots. I think I need more carrots. Think I need a salad. I think I need more hunger. Think I am a savage. What more do you need when you got a team and you need that ring and y'all got a dream and y'all need that green? So you show the lean and your balance clean like you on a beam. Yeah. Think I need a ring now. I think that's the thing now. Think I need a championship. Think I need a championship. Think I need a ring now. Got me feeling like a king now. Think I need a championship. Think I need a championship. Think I need a ring now. I think that's the thing now. Think I need a championship. Think I need a championship. Think I need a ring now. Got me feeling like a king now. Think I need a championship. Think I need a championship. All I know is win. All I know is play. All I know is win. No L's today. No L's today. No L's today. Yeah. All I know is win. All I know is play. All I know is win. All I know is play. No L's today. No L's today. All I know is win. All I know is play. All I know is win. All I know is play. No L's today. No L's today. All I know is win. All I know is play. No L's today. No L's today.
Doctor E.
It's been a long time coming out. I overcame all the drama now. I'm going strong on my bounce back. My setback got me on track. Now every day it's a new task. Face my fears covered up underneath the mask. I had to ease my mind from the crazy shit, adjusted for the perfect fit. Scars from my past, but surrounded with the counterfeit. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me. Let me catch the grips, control my attitude, let me lock my lips. And when they pop the clips, I push the anchor down, then I rock the ship. Yo, I been smoking steady, tripping, get the sipping. Told them, listen, I ain't ready for the petty. When I dodge it, I stay ready. Fatal humble, keep it heavy, stay low key. Call me shady, I ain't with it. Tell them critics, I ain't with it. It was kinda hard for me to see. Dreaded pain turn to misery. Lack of love in the families. Jealousy from my enemies. I had to keep it going. Shoulder weight maxed out, keep it flowing. Then I rise above it. Bragging rights, longer nights, I put nothing for it. Chuck. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me. Yeah. All I need is. Ain't nobody out here living for me. 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 This recovery.
So now I'm headed to recovery. Way to recovery. I'm headed to recovery. So now I'm headed to recovery. Gotta recover me. Now I'm headed to recovery.
Me. Breathe. See. All I need is me. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going?
It's going well, Steven. How are you guys?
Cannot complain. You have a good weekend?
Yeah, the weather was finally nice.
Yeah.
So, and by that I mean it was like in the 50s instead of in the teens.
Right.
So
exactly.
It was good here. So yeah, just enjoyed it while I could. How about you? I know you were in town for the game. So was it madness?
It was madness, but I wasn't really out there that much. I did go out Saturday, but it was beautiful weather. I had a short sleeve shirt on Saturday until it got night. That's when it got a little chilly. But it was great weather. So yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend here in Atlanta.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, I will let you two take it away with movie reviews.
Sure thing. So I'll kick us off, and I went to go see. First of all, this has been actually a very slow week for the box office. I assume everyone was either enjoying the nice weather or the game because no movie broke 10 million, which in box office terms is a pretty bad weekend. But it's just because again we're in the Oscar slump before everything comes out that people want to see. But I did go see On the Basis of Sex, which came out a few weeks ago, and this follows the story of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Supreme Court Justice now, and her first it's a snippet of her life. So it starts with her in Harvard Law School during her first year, and it gives a little bit of her history and her husband and how she had to, help her sick husband and raise her infant and go to law school at the same time, all the way to the point where she's trying to become a lawyer at New York firms, which she was denied, and she ended up teaching at Rutgers as a law professor. This all leads to a series of events which start with her to argue a case upon the California court on a discrimination on the basis of sex situation. And the important thing about this case was it was actually because she's tried in other cases of discrimination against women for various, everything that you can think of. This was actually the court case discriminating against a man for being a caretaker to his mother and thought he was doing a tax cheat. So with the tables turned, it kind of gave her a little bit of an angle to see if she can actually win this case and
break down years of precedent against discrimination on the basis of sex. And this movie did star Felicity Jones as Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Armie Hammer as her husband, Justin Theroux, Kathy Bates. So it had a high-profile cast, but overall, and if you've seen the RBG movie last year, the documentary, you can definitely skip this. This movie, I think, is best way to describe it is it was forgettable. There are some moments where, you know, they really get into things, but overall, it's still a small portion of her life, and it's very, I guess, dramatic in some scenes. Felicity Jones did a fine job. Armie Hammer did a fine job. Everyone did a good job, but again, it's one of those, and, you know, I say this is an airplane movie, and this is an airplane movie if you really want to see it, because even then you're going to watch it, and a couple hours later you're going to forget all about it. So definitely a miss, but if you do want to learn more about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, definitely see the documentary that came out earlier this year. I think it's also Oscar nominated, so definitely learn more about her.
Cool. I actually didn't see any movies. I'm here to talk about what's streaming because I've been drowning myself in streaming content. So on Netflix, I started watching You, which is pretty interesting and creepy at the same time. It's about a stalker, but a modern-day stalker because he uses social media and all the technology of the day to follow around his subject. Definitely check that out. You'll think about your own cyber safety a little bit differently. Trust me. It'll have you shook a little bit. Check it out. It's called You, streaming on Netflix. For my people that are into anime, there is a new original Netflix anime cartoon release called Baki. Just heads up, it's extremely violent because it's about kung fu and various kung fu styles, and Baki is the main character who is the ultimate fighter, which other previous ultimate fighters are coming to challenge him to test his will. It's very, very good. It leaves you on a serious cliffhanger, as most of them do, and has you waiting for the next season with great anticipation. So I absorbed it really quickly, so I'm already ready for part 2, the next season.
Nice.
Ted Bundy tapes. I think that something's wrong with me because I have an affection for serial killers. It's something about them that just interests me so much. I need to understand why they do the things that they do. I want to just sit and interview and talk to them for hours and hours and find out why are you so crazy. Ted Bundy was by far the craziest. I'm going to leak a little bit. I had no idea because this goes really in depth, and it's in his own voice. These are tapes that they used when they were interviewing him. They're just playing them back for the documentary, and they're showing you stock photos of various things that happened during that time frame. I had no idea that this man broke out of prison and out of jail 3 times. 3 times. And each time that he broke out, he went on killing sprees, killing even more people. It's unbelievable. Definitely check that out. You'll be in disbelief after watching it. A new Netflix original film, Black Earth Rising. Great, and it's in time for Black History Month. It's a coming of age and awareness and becoming woke storyline. Definitely check that out. It's very empowering and uplifting. And Fire, which is a documentary about a concert that was supposed to happen in the islands that a janky promoter really gypped a whole lot of people out of money using certain celebrity names, saying that they were going to perform at this concert on the islands. It was almost kind of, say it was like your Coachella, but it was going to be like on an island, on a destination. And the promoter basically swindled everyone out of their money. It's a really good story, and you'll be amazed about how it unfolds. So it's called Fire, F-Y-R-E. Check that out. Killer Mike has a new series on Netflix. It's called Trigger Warning. Killer Mike is like one of my favorite people in the world. He is a straight shooter. He doesn't hold anything back, and his opinions are normally on point with society and how we are in society with each other. And he is about empowerment of people, especially people of African American descent. Check it out. I think that a lot of people will like it. Killer Mike is liked across the board just because he's so frank and in your face, and he tells it like it is. I appreciate that from him, and that the show is definitely worth watching. My Amazon Prime people, Hannah is coming. That's going to be their next blockbuster series. They leaked the first episode. I don't think the series starts until the end of the month. But they let the first episode leak, and I watched it, and it just has me even hooked even more. I shouldn't have watched it. I should have waited. Another episode of another series, called Forever, starring Maya Rudolph and Fred Armisen. It's a comedy. I don't want to give away what it's about because part of the journey is figuring out what's happening in the show as you watch it, but it is hilarious. You don't remember Maya Rudolph? She's from Bridesmaids. He was the bride in Bridesmaids. And Fred Armisen is, what was that show that he had on that was on for years?
Portlandia?
There it is. Yep. And he's hilarious, too. He was also on Saturday Night Live. Michael Moore's answer to Fahrenheit 9/11 is on Amazon Prime now as well. It's called Fahrenheit 11/9. If you choose to watch this movie, I'm letting you know straight up you're going to be upset, especially if you care about human beings and you care about people, because he dives headfirst into the government's treatment of people, and when he gets to the part about Flint, Michigan, my head wanted to explode. So I'm just warning people, if you don't want to be upset, don't watch this movie because it's going to make you upset with the government and the way that they operate. Michael Moore always does an excellent job with his exposés, and it doesn't fail in this movie. And, yeah, check it out. If you can handle it, check it out. Another movie is called Loving Pablo with Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem. And it is about Pablo Escobar and his relationship with Virginia Vallejo, which is a true story. She was a Colombian news anchor that he fell in love with, and she became semi-entangled in his business dealings, and then he turned on her, and he was trying to assassinate her because she knew too much. And then she had the access to America, actually the world, and the DEA basically coined her for information, and he found out, so then he put a price on her head. It's very interesting how love can turn, it's a thin line between love and hate. Really, really good. And they do an excellent job on the acting. I'm surprised this wasn't talked about more because this is a very dramatic movie, and it's based on real events. Check it out. And upcoming movies in the theater, The Prodigy, which comes out Friday, which is a horror movie. I love my horror movies. And I keep hearing great things about The Upside with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. I keep hearing great things about it. So I think
I keep hearing things about it. Wow. So you saw all those Netflix and streaming things within the last week?
Oh, well, no, I've been on some of them before. Okay. Like you, I started before. The anime stuff I cleared this weekend. So when I really like something, Adam, I absorb it really quickly.
Yeah, I could tell that. I was like, you really went all out. That's that's pretty impressive. Have you seen Russian Doll, that new one that just came out?
No. I did see that this weekend. It jumped on my radar this weekend, but I was already on my other thing, so that'll probably be done this week.
Okay, good. Yeah, let me know how it is because it looks pretty funny. So, and I do want to see a lot of those streaming things you've recommended. So, I'm excited.
All right. Anything else?
No, besides the only other movie coming out this weekend that I want to see is the Lego Movie 2, the second part, which should be good for a good amount of laughs at the very least.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, as always, thank you for letting us know what to save our money, spend our money on, and what not to. Have a great week, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks.
All right. Right back after this.
Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, 'cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, bet your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah. Let me start this anthem all proper. From poverty, I still finish college. Do it all, keep my face stay shining, 'cause your boy right here is a soldier. Back to the music, telling you why I do it. For my brother, his daughter, my dreams stick to it. I lost a few on the way, miss them all the time, but I keep the memories alive on the music. Thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. Watch me do it, do it, do it. Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, 'cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, but your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah. People telling me you only get better, so don't stop, bruh. You deserve to win for sure. Got $1 and a dream, and 100 guarantees I'm gonna make it out this life. That's cool with me. Trust in my faith and my beliefs. Music therapy. So I just wanna be the man I am. Yeah, yeah, they thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. Watch me do it, do it, do it. Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, 'cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, but your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
I came from nothing, came from shit. Had a goal to set, I had a name to get. I turned pain to strength, I gave fame a grip. I changed lanes to gain, and my aims to live. Had to show 'em how, call this tutorial. Made history, this historical. Niggas Satan, that's just adorable. Went from poor and that shit's affordable. All I need is my team now. More trees, more lean now. I'm heating up, I got steam now. This real shit, it ain't a dream now. I moved up and got paid quick. YH, who I stayed with. And this here look beautiful, like the baddest bitches I laid with. They thought I wouldn't do it. They thought that I would quit. Can't take no losses, I'm a boss. Tell all y'all bosses I'm the shit. Y'all boys so off, but I'm a hit. Got no time to talk, I'm getting rich. Can't hear yo talking like I'm deaf, and I kill no coffin with the shit.
Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, 'cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, but your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hi, this is Dr. Heavenly from Bravo TV's Married to Medicine, and you are listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to The Stephen Knight Show. Janelle, how's it going?
Great, Steven. How are you?
Been good, been good. You know, we got to catch up with everybody last week, but I know you were very busy. So, how was your break, and how's the family? How's everything going?
Everything's going really, really well. The break wasn't as much of a break as I would like for it to be, but it was okay. It was all right.
All right. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Well, Happy New Year. I know it's, in February now, but I hadn't talked to you, so.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How's everything going with you?
I can't complain. 2019, I'm anticipating some good things, so, just keeping those positive vibes. Now, I'll ask you.
All right, I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I'll ask you about this. I know you're here in Atlanta. What were your thoughts on the whole Super Bowl traffic and everything? Were you impacted? What were your thoughts?
I was not impacted at all because I work on the edge of downtown, so
okay.
I wasn't impacted by that traffic at all, thankfully.
Good.
So I just need to knock on wood, and I did not come back down here at all once I left. So I need to knock on wood and just hope that I'm never impacted by the traffic that everyone else was impacted
Oh, my gosh, yes. It was crazy. It was crazy. Okay, well.
Yeah, so did you get into anything?
I did, actually. Saturday, I went downtown, and, they had a free concert and stuff. I didn't go in the concert because they stopped letting people in.
Oh, okay.
But I was just down there with the whole spectacle, and there were a lot of people and everything. It was cool. We didn't stay long.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was cool. Yep. Well, they got some great things for us, New Year, so go ahead and take it away.
I do. First, I wanted to start off with the limited. Everybody knows that Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
So, you can use some of these sales for some of your Valentine's Day gifts. So I'm going to start off with the limited. They're having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get 50% off of all of their new arrivals. And, of course, they're clearing away for spring stuff, so just keep that in mind. Get 50% off of all of their new arrivals, plus you can get up to 50% off of their shoes. Plus you can get clearance items starting at just $7.99, so that's a steal. The Gap is also having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 50% off of the entire site or the store, depending on how you shop. Plus, you can get an extra 20% off of your purchase with code STAYWARM. True Religion is having a sale. I always mention I try to mention True Religion every once in a while because this is my husband's one of his favorite pairs of jeans. So True Religion, they're having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get an extra 40% off of all of their markdowns. Plus, you can get designer tees starting at just $29.99. Banana Republic is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get an extra 60% off of their clearance items, which is also a huge deal. Plus, you can get 50% off of regular price styles. The Saks Fifth Avenue off Fifth is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 80% off of your purchase during their 48-hour flash sale. The Express is also having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get an extra 50% off of their clearance items. Shop J. Crew and get 25% off of select tops. This is an online-only sale, so you have to use code SHOPTOPS at checkout. Neiman Marcus Last Call is having a sale. I actually have a couple of things in my cart right now. Neiman Marcus Last Call. If you shop there right now, you can get up to 65% off of your purchase. Plus, you can get free shipping on orders of $99 or more, which is easy to do at Neiman Marcus Last Call. Old Navy is also having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get 30% off of everything online, or you can get 20% off of everything in the store. And if you're shopping online, you have to use code HURRY at checkout. And last but not least, Shutterfly.com is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 50% off of everything on their online store, from their online store. Plus, you can get an extra 20% off of select purchases with, off of your purchase with code extra20 at checkout.
Nice, nice. And they can find all this at budgetshopaholic.com, correct?
They surely can.
All right. Well, thank you for always letting us know where to save our money and how to look good doing it.
My pleasure.
Have a great week.
Okay, you too, Steven. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Right back after this.
why you keep loving me wrong? I'm tired, and I'm moving on. You feel me? No, I'm like a bum. Stop loving me wrong. Why you keep loving me wrong? I'm tired, and I'm moving on. You feel me? No, I'm like a bum. Stop loving me. I was with you, but living a lie. I was giving you life. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating, but standing in aisle. You're loving me wrong, you're loving me fake. Stop feeling my head and feeling my tank. Ain't I was so dumb to stay in the fence, cause I was so lost and stuck in your maze. Stuck in the sex, was stuck in the love. I let you dishonor my name and my love. I let you dishonor my pride like a fool. Denying myself just so I could choose you. I was with you but living a lie. I was giving you life. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating but standing in aisle. Why you keep loving me? You're loving me wrong. You're leading me on. You gotta stop loving me. Stop loving me wrong. You're loving me wrong. You're leading me on. You gotta stop loving me. Stop loving me. You were fake and foul and wasted out. I can, I will, I won't allow you to change my soul or change my sound. So carry the bed that you slept around. You crept around when there's no doubt. STDs distributed out. You sold me a novel, then wrote me out. I cannot, I will not, I won't allow. Why you keep loving me wrong? I'm tired, so I'm moving on. You feel me? No, I'm like a bomb. Stop loving me wrong. Why you keep loving me fake? I've been wrote you off, you're fucking replaced. And this is the end of the song for the fake. Stop loving the ones who will love you. I was with you but living a lie. I was giving you life. Yeah. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating but staying in denial. You gotta stop loving me.
This is Robin Dixon from The Real Housewives of Potomac, and you're listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby, how's it going?
Stephen Knight, what's up, man?
I cannot complain. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was boring.
It was boring. Why was it boring? Just was.
I had to watch, I had to stomach, since I'm the sports guy, I had to stomach through that whatever I watched yesterday. I don't know what that was. That was just, bruh, I could have knitted a sweater.
Watch paint dry.
Again, I could have watched paint dry. I could have watched water evaporate. I could have watched water boil. I could have boiled some eggs. I mean, anything than to watch that.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy. I'm sorry. Yes, I cursed. Hey, whatever. it was whack.
Right.
It was beyond whack.
Yeah.
So let's just get right into it. Well, did you watch it since you're in Atlanta?
I did not watch it. I was going to watch it actually. I was actually finding somewhere to go watch it, and then I saw everyone posting, protesting the NFL. Or the game, and then but what really moved me, this girl posted this, it was like a press conference, it was like, I guess from last year before, Colin Kaepernick, talking about why he took the knee and what, he was defending, why he protested the way he did, and I said, I'm not going to watch this game. So all I did see, I watched the national anthem on YouTube, and then I did watch the halftime show to see, because there had been so much conversation about, should you perform, should you not perform, and someone even said, well, I think, until I make a judgment about it, I'm going to see what kind of message they put out there. They said they can come out there and have a Black Lives Matter shirt on. You just don't know. But, yeah, so that was the most. And I did like Chloe and her sister, the two sisters, they sang, I think, America the Beautiful or something like that. They did really good, too.
Okay. I didn't see the part. Those are the twins that are on...
Mm-hmm. Grownish, yeah.
The Grownish twins? Okay. All right, cool. So they They sing.
Oh yeah, they sing really well.
Their singers.
They're under Beyonce's label.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I have to watch them on YouTube or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, it was. I feel bad for the city of Atlanta because it seems like every time they host a Super Bowl, something negative happens.
Like going on. Yeah.
It gets distracted by something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like the last time, if you remember, it was the ice storm.
Yeah.
And it was cold, and people were just like, it was just this weird cold streak came to Atlanta during that time and just pretty much froze the city. It was horrible. All right, and that was back, I believe, in 2001 was when they hosted the Super Bowl, or it might have been 2000. I think it was Anyway, it was a long time ago.
Right.
So that tells you how long it's been since Atlanta had hosted the
Super Bowl
last.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a long time. There was some issues again, whatever. People didn't think maybe with Atlanta, with some issues, weather, whatever. All right. Fast forward to now. New stadium, new energy. You know, okay, Atlanta is now the mecca. It's like the Hollywood of the East Coast. Like it's all this energy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then we get this game, the controversy with the Kaepernick situation and the kneeling, and now with the Rams, and it should have been the Saints. And all right, in my opinion, it should have been the Saints. I wanted it to be the Saints.
Yeah.
I said it last time that we talked. I told y'all it should have been Saints and Patriots.
Yep.
Drew, I'm telling you, Drew Brees and the Saints would not have scored 3 points.
Right. Score was 13-3.
13-3.
Uh-huh.
They would have. If they could have helped the Patriots to just 13. Oh, the Saints would have. Man, and I'm not even a Saints fan, bruh. I'm not, but I just know good. Like that would have been. That would have been good.
Yeah.
And the ratings would have. I think that the ratings would have
been better.
Strong. Oh yeah, because the ratings for this game were down. Like,
yeah, this is the worst. This is the lowest since 2007.
Yeah. So NFL, you effed up when y'all didn't do right by the Saints, man. Like that. Hey, karma. I don't know why they thought that the Rams would have been a better if they're trying to rig stuff. I'm not saying don't rig, but to me it seemed like that was rigged. It seemed like that was just a blatant rig thing. So if you wanted the Rams and the Patriots, that tells me that you just wanted Tom Brady just to get this 6th ring and just be easy, because this was easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Too easy.
This was. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I just. It was. The NFL needs to get their act together.
Yeah, for sure.
They really like this. This was horrible. This was really horrible. They need to get their stuff together.
I agree.
Did you go to any parties, events?
Yeah. So Saturday, a friend of mine called me up and was like, invited me to come hang out with some of his friends, and so we went to the middle of it all. They had free concerts and everything. But when we got there, because we had got, went and got food and all that kind of stuff. But once we got down there, it was so many people, they couldn't let anyone else in the park because, I guess security reasons. And so, but I mean, just the spectacle. I mean, they had so much going on. It was nice. It was nice weather because it had been freezing all last week. But this weekend was really nice weather. And, yeah, I mean, it was cool. And then after the game yesterday, I went to, after party kind of thing, but it was like low key at someone's house, but it was like maybe like 6 people. It wasn't like a big thing. So yeah, that was the extent of it, man.
Okay, so the event at the park, which park was it?
It was Piedmont Park.
Oh, it was Piedmont Park. Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. And those people who are not familiar with Atlanta, I will explain to you what Piedmont Park is. Piedmont Park is the equivalent of, I would say, Central Park in New York. It's Atlanta's version of Central Park. It's in Midtown Atlanta, as is Central Park is in Midtown Manhattan. It's the best park in the world. I mean, I just love. I mean, Piedmont Park is everything. Like it's a fun. It's really fun. It's just a cool place. Family friendly. It's just full of energy. It's just, and everybody's there. Black, white, blue, green.
Yep.
Straight, gay, in the middle, on both sides, all sides. It's just everybody.
Right.
It's just love. It's just love. And there's always something going on. There's always some kind of event going on there.
Exactly.
A lot of scenes that are filmed with like movies and television shows that are filmed in Atlanta, and you see maybe a scene with like people walking near like a little lake with like the skyline behind them. That's Piedmont Park.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That's Piedmont Park. If you see people walking in a park in Atlanta, and you see buildings behind them, right there behind them with the trees and stuff like that, and like I said, the little lake. That's Piedmont Park. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. All right, got that out the way. Atlanta, give me my check.
Right, exactly.
give me my check. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about the Super Bowl, man. It was what I expected. I did not think that the Rams were going to keep it. I didn't think that they were going to beat them, first off, and I didn't think it was going to be like this high scoring, neck to neck. Tom Brady last minute of the game wins it, and I'm like, no, it's Brady's going to just win. It's not going to be close. I was surprised though that it was just 3-3 for such a long time in the game. Yeah, that was crazy. That was really crazy. Oh, Auntie Gladys. She sounded amazing.
Yeah, and she sang it live too. Typically they don't sing it live at the Super Bowl, the national anthem.
Oh, this is Gladys Knight.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
Yeah, she killed it.
Record it, lip sync? Oh, nah. If I'm gonna sing it in my hometown, oh no. I'm
gonna
sing it.
But I usually do it because the acoustics are so, because it's such a big arena. But
right.
But yeah, she sang it live and she killed it. She did amazing. 74 years old, 75 years old, I think now. Yeah.
Wow. Yes, one of the best renditions I've ever. I mean, it just captured you. Like it was, and she looked amazing.
Yeah, she looked great.
Miss Knight looked, gorgeous, beautiful.
Yes.
What about the halftime show? Did you see any clips of that?
I actually watched the halftime show. I thought it was. I mean, for a halftime show, it wasn't great, but for a concert, it was good. But it wasn't. You think of Super Bowl halftime show, you're thinking of, them pulling out all the stops and, it's supposed to be huge. And this one didn't really seem huge to me. You know what I mean? It seemed like, okay.
But we have to put it in perspective, considering all the acts that did not want to participate. For them to be, they did the best that they could.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Was it not very entertaining? No, it wasn't. If I was Big Boy, I would have sat that one out. Like, bruh, nah, I'm good, man.
Right. Yep. Yeah,
I would have rather seen Outkast do it. Just have Big Boy, Andre, Outkast do it. Maybe bring in a couple of their, crew, whatever. And as opposed to, it didn't connect to me. It just didn't. It didn't flow. And we got to see two titties.
Right. Exactly. Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to see Adam's titties, but where's the outrage over that?
Exactly.
But Miss Jackson, we saw one covered up. Seemed like it was like a pastry. Anyway, y'all probably will talk about that later on. I don't know, but anyway,
Yeah.
Keep your shirt on, man. Keep your shirt on. That's all I got, man. Sports.
All
Super
right.
Bowl is over.
It's
And
over.
The NFL season's over. It's done. It's in the books.
Yep.
And hopefully, an AFC team next year will please step up, man. Beat the Patriots in the playoffs. Somebody, come on. I mean,
Exactly.
seriously, this is ridiculous. I mean, please give me just 1 minute just to say this.
Okay.
All AFC teams, I'm talking to you. Please step up next season, okay? We are tired. Let me speak for myself. I am tired of every fucking year the AFC is represented by the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Steven,
Yep.
hear me out. Just in the last 3 years alone, I'm talking about the last 3 years. I'm not talking about the last 12 to 15. In the last 3 years alone, the NFC has had 3 different teams in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons, that we all okay. 23. The Eagles and the Rams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Against what team? The Patriots. The Patriots and the Patriots.
Every year.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. AFC, step up, man. This is y'all should be embarrassed, man. Ashamed. This is y'all letting a 41. He's great. He's Hall of Fame. I got that, but come on, y'all, step up, man. This is sick.
I agree.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
All right. Well, everyone, as always, thank you for keeping us up to date with everything going in sports, giving us your perspective, and have a great week, okay?
All right, man. Same to you.
All right. Right back after this.
I got something that's on my mind, and I ain't trying to waste no time. You got everything I like. Come over here, I wanna buy. Girl, you know that you got it right. Girl, I'ma curve the rest of the night. Have it dance, let me see. Blow them candles off that cake. Take you home and get you right. Girl, you know I'm about that. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Girl, keep twerking that back. Turn a nigga on when you do it like that. You making that thing do the thunderclap. Got me thinking about you throwing it back. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. I'm thinking it's about that time. Going to your hotel, oh mine. Got my attention and watching you grind. Baby girl, you can just spend the night. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Come on, girl, let's make a movie. I'll sit back and watch you do it. Take your time, girl, don't be shy. We gon' make it hit tonight. Girl, you know that you got it right. Girl, I'ma curve the rest of the night. Have it dance, let me see. Blow them candles off that cake. Take you home and get you right. Girl, you know I'm about that. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Girl, keep twerking that back. Turn a nigga on when you do it like that. You making that thing do the thunderclap. Got me thinking about you throwing it back. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. I'm thinking it's about that time. Going to your hotel, oh mine. Got my attention and watching you grind. Baby girl, you can just spend the night. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Twerking that back. Girl, keep twerking that back. Turn a nigga on when you do it like that. You making that thing do the thunderclap. Got me thinking about you throwing it back. And I said, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. I'm thinking it's about that time. Going to your hotel, oh mine. Got my attention and watching you grind. Baby girl, you can just spend the night. And I said,
Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Monisa, and you're listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Special shout out to Awesomeisjayell for joining us tonight, and continued success to him. Listen, everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday. Peace and good night.
Tonight it's all eyes on me. Everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty, pretty, pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand, head to the floor, we gon' dance. And when we get there,